2 Kings 21 Amplified Bible Text and Audio. 1 Manasseh was 12 years old when he became king, and he reigned for 55 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Hephzibah. 2 He did great evil in the sight of the Lord, in accordance with the idolatrous repulsive acts of the pagan nations whom the Lord dispossessed before the sons descendants of Israel. 3 For he rebuilt the high places for the worship of pagan gods, which his father Hezekiah had destroyed. And he set up altars for Baal, and made an image of Asherah, just as Ahab king of Israel had done. And he worshipped all the starry hosts of heaven, and served them. 4 And he built pagan altars in the house temple of the Lord, of which the Lord had said, In Jerusalem I will put my name presence. 5 And he built altars for all the host of heaven in the 2 courtyards of the house of the Lord. 6 He made his son pass through the fire, and burned him as an offering to Molech. He practiced witchcraft and divination, and dealt with mediums and soothsayers. He did great evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger. 7 He made a carved image of the goddess Asherah, and set it up in the house temple, which the Lord said to David and to his son Solomon, In this house and in Jerusalem and the tribe of Judah, which I have chosen from all the tribes of Israel, I will put my name forever. 8 And I will not make the feet of Israel wander any more from the land which I gave their fathers, if only they will be careful to act in accordance with everything that I have commanded them, and with all the law that my servant Moses commanded them. 9 But they did not listen, and Manasseh seduced them to do more evil than the nations whom the Lord destroyed before the sons descendants of Israel. 10 Now the Lord spoke through his servants the prophets, saying, 11 Because Manasseh king of Judah has committed these repulsive acts, having done more evil than all the Amorites did who were before him, and has also made Judah sin with his idols. 12 Therefore thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, Behold, I am bringing such catastrophe on Jerusalem and Judah, that everyone who hears of it, both of his ears will ring from the shock. 13 I will stretch over Jerusalem the measuring line of Samaria, and the plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem clean just as one wipes a dirty bowl clean, wiping it and turning it upside down. 14 I will abandon the remainder of my inheritance and hand them over to their enemies, and they will become plunder and spoil to all their enemies. 15 Because they have done evil in my sight, and have been provoking me to anger, since the day their fathers came from Egypt to this day. 16 Moreover, Manasseh shed a very great quantity of innocent blood, until he had filled Jerusalem from one end to another, besides his sin with which he made Judah sin, by doing evil in the sight of the Lord. 17 Now the rest of the acts of Manasseh, everything that he did, and the sin that he committed, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? 18 Manasseh slept with his fathers in death, and was buried in the garden of his own house, in the garden of Uzzah, and his son Amon became king in his place. 19 Amon was 22 years old when he became king, and he reigned 2 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Meshullemeth, the daughter of Harz of Jotbah. 20 He also did evil in the sight of the Lord, just as his father Manasseh had done. 21 He walked in all the evil ways that his father had walked, and he served the idols that his father had served, and worshipped them. 22 He abandoned the Lord, the God of his fathers, and did not walk in the way of the Lord. 23 But the servants of Ammon conspired against him, and killed the king in his own house palace. 24 Then the people of the land of Judah killed all those who had conspired against King Ammon, and the people of the land made his son Josiah king in his place. 25 Now the rest of the acts of Ammon which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? 26 He was buried in his tomb in the garden of Uzzah, and his son Josiah became king in his place.